All right. Hello, amazing viewers and friends. Welcome to Talking Business with Ritz. I am your host, Ritzel Rectra, and I hope you are in good health and great spirits. Whatever you are doing right now, get ready for a heartwarming conversation that will not only inform but uplift your entrepreneurial journey. So my is to provide a platform for experts showcasing why they are an authority in their chosen fields. A show that humanizes entrepreneurship by highlighting the human behind the title before the offer. Now, through expert interviews, we aim to make business talk fun, simple, and practical. So, fostering a sense of relatability and inspiration for the audience. So we explore topics and strategies that empower entrepreneurs, providing valuable insights, actionable advice, and authentic connections within the online business community. So join us in spreading the word by giving this video, let me catch my breath. All right, by giving this video a thumbs up, subscribing and sharing it with your friends, hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our upcoming episodes. All right, let me change the angle. All right, Pambam, our guests today are a husband and wife tandem. I'm so excited. And they are on a mission to empower organizational executives, helping them manage their time efficiently, increase their income, and cultivate better energy. So their unique approach revolves around the power of accountability and community, believing that, it's not just about new information, but about the support and accountability that promote growth. So through their expertise, they create this so-called profit plan, which we're gonna know more later on, that enhance productivity, efficiency, and profitability in business. All right, so they aim to empower entrepreneurs and businesses to reach full potential, fostering a life of total freedom. Who wouldn't like that, right? So, without further ado, let me prepare my welcoming committee. Here we go. Without much ado, or without further ado, please welcome. Please welcome Xaye and Devann Edwards.
Hey, Ritzel.
Hello. I'm so excited
How are
that this
you?
is the first. Yeah, I'm fine, and very nervous and very excited at the same time. This is my first time having two people here interviewing in my life expert interview show. All right, we're beyond excited to have you, and thank you for joining us today.
Great
Great
to
to
be
be
here.
here. Thank you for hosting this
All
platform.
right.
Yes,
All right, thank you very much. And now it's time for one of my favorite segments, right? It is now time to discover the person behind the expertise, the persons. Okay, now let's get to know our guests in a deeper level. All right, Sefate and Devon. All right, are you excited to start the show?
most definitely. Let's go.
Okay, here we go. All right, welcome back, Bam Bam, to Talking Business with Ritz. If you've just joined us, please make sure to comment hashtag live or hashtag replay. Say hi and hello and leave a lot of hearts, okay? Hearts like that. Okay, now share this stream to your friends and get them to join us now. Feel free to drop your questions in the comment as well. So we are now in the Know the Expert segment, and we will be starting an incredible conversation with the brilliant accountability consultants. Where are they? So I should do like that. Okay. Safe Faith and Devann Edwards. So guys, are you ready to start?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
All right. Now let me change the angle once again. There we go. So in today's episode, this is a game changer and evolves around the main topic. Our main topic is unlock success now, prioritize your path to thriving business growth. But before we unravel those gems, say Faith and Devann, tell us a bit more about yourselves. Who
Hello,
was
I hello, I'm Xaye Faith,
And I'm Devann Edwards.
and we are accountability consultants. We support executive leaders to who are frustrated with imposter syndrome to have better energy, earn more money, and
Manage their time.
manage their time, and so they can experience a life of total freedom and excellence.
Yeah, and we do believe the key to success is accountability. And a bit of background. I before even getting into entrepreneurship, I was a sports science student. Xaye was in the Air Force, and we had a lot of experiences within the kind of corporate arena or the executive arena where we were seeing a lot of leaders. We was taking note of it, but it wasn't until we actually got into the field of entrepreneurship that we was experiencing that, like the real power of community, and was experiencing the lack of accountability that was actually present
yeah.
amongst entrepreneurs. Because again, if you're starting any entrepreneurial endeavor, often you just want to go straight at it. It's like, oh, you got big goals, you got all these things, but now you find yourself overwhelmed because you didn't even take inventory on why you're doing it, what you actually wanted to do, but you're just going head first and crashing in a sense. And not oftentimes it's not like school where it's like, oh, you have a curriculum, you have a guidance
Yes,
system
there's a
towards,
guide. Yes.
exactly, yeah. There's not oftentimes you have a guidance system towards your personalized path to success. And so we found that accountability was that missing link that not only entrepreneurs get to have, but leaders in executive positions, because whatever they do in terms of their vision, their mission, their philosophy is going to impact their organization. It's going to impact everyone that's around them within their culture, within the workspace as well. So we're pioneering accountability, and we want to tackle that because it's a habit of managing and directing your discipline with intentional action. So we want to be a forefront in terms of that.
All right. Now, tell us about who Say Faith and Devann is as persons.
Ooh, okay.
You go first.
You go. So
You know
I
the
see
question.
that's fine. That's fine. So Devann Edwards, if you don't know, is a very visionary, relentless, responsible, courageous leader who is a poet at heart and someone who's very supportive to everyone that he comes in contact with. Family, loves my family. So my family's from Jamaica. I was born in London. I grew up in London in my whole life. And I am really, I love knowledge. I really like to know what's happening, what's going on in the world, and I'm really inquisitive, insightful, and I like to learn and I like to grow, and that's really my contributing factor. My ability to improve and grow and help others and empower others to do the same as well.
All right. How about you, Say Faith?
Xaye Faith. Xaye Faith is a spiritual woman. She's definitely passionate. She's honest. She's committed. And she has purpose to and inspire others to strive for excellence. And really explore this beautiful planet that we live on and be adventurous and also challenge ourselves and be more connected with each other, with ourselves, with the source, with the planet. And so, yeah, and she's always evolving. She's always evolving. So, yeah, that's who Xaye Faith is.
All right. Now, why the tandem? How did you both get started as your business? How did you start your business? I know
Yeah.
Devann was from the corporate. He already mentioned earlier, but how did you tandem? Why the two of you together?
So as you can tell from my accent, I am American, and I grew up in South Carolina, and because of the Air Force, I have been over, and the opportunities, even outside of the Air Force, I have traveled quite a bit. But Devann and I, we actually met in 2017 at a business conference. We are partners with the company, and we actually met at one of the conventions. And so that's how we met. And we developed a friendship, and after a few while it was like, I really like you. And so we started dating, and because we both we love entrepreneurship, we love business, we love progress, contribution, just us working together and always sharpening each other and inspiring each other to be better. We figured, like, how can we come together and create something that's super impactful, that is going to serve other people. And so me personally, I am a planner. I love organizing. And like Devann said, we've been in entrepreneurship for a while, and early on we realized very quickly that I had to learn how to parent myself. Like Devann was saying, like, there's no real guide to entrepreneurship, but we learn through networking and going to personal development and learning the profession that we have to lead ourselves, and using something that, again, the planning and being structured, and also talking to our colleagues and our fellow entrepreneurs. We're like, this will be super supportive, because we love entrepreneurs, and we believe that entrepreneurs are essential to the economy. Like, we are what keeps the society evolving and innovative, right? And so, if more entrepreneurs had an accountability system and had their personal blueprint to progress and actually succeed in business, because most businesses failed within the first 3 to 5 years, this world would be so much different. And it will also, elevate the vibration of the earth, because everybody would be serving and their gift to contribute to each other. So that's how it started.
All right. We're going to talk more about that later in the second segment. So that was fantastic. All right. And let me change the angle now. That was really fantastic. It's always fascinating to hear, experiences from our experts that had made them who they are today. That is very inspiring. All right. Now let's get to know 𝐓𝐸 and Devann on a more personal level. Are you ready for a lightning round of fun questions?
Let's get deep.
Let's go.
All right.
This is fun.
Each of you will answer, yeah?
Of course. Yeah.
Okay, now what is your favorite word and why? Who goes
Faith.
first?
Ooh, my favorite word.
My favorite word is faith.
Okay,
I've always had an affinity. Yeah, I've always had an affinity to faith, and it's when I look over my life, I look at all the things I've experienced and who I am as a person. I've always just been faithful to that that energy and that love inside of me. I've always just been faithful, and every time I've been faithful, sometimes even when it was painful and I was going through whatever I was going through, when I look back and I got out of it, I'm like, I trusted and I was faithful, just listening to the spirit. So I would definitely say faith has always been my word.
Yeah, I actually have two. I mean, there's more, but I'll say two. So it's empowerment and abundance. So for me, I grew up knowing that, or I had a feeling that anything was possible, but then I didn't really think or act on it until later on in life. I was like, oh, so the thing that I was feeling that no one was really pushing me forward to was actually it's actually true. It's actually possible. You can really do what you set out to do. And so for me, abundance, because I already had that energy of like, oh, I see something. I was like, yeah, that's definitely possible. And then so for me, it's like really empowering my mind and really knowing that my mind is so powerful that like anything can be done. And so I like to have an abundance empowerment mindset.
All right. So we got 3 words today: empowerment, abundance, and faith. So if you could if you could have dinner with any historical figure, who would it be and why?
Oh man, historical
I
figure.
got you thinking. Okay.
You know what? He's not alive anymore, but Mansa Musa. You know, Mansa Musa, because Mansa Musa was the wealthiest man to ever live. And I mean, I've read his book. I read the book. But I was like, what really happened? Like, how did he really become the man he was, and be that person that was able to rule empires for centuries, or decades, and so.
Well, why do you want to have dinner with him?
I want to know the type of person he was being at the time to even be able to have the strong relationships, to be able to have the to really achieve what he achieved. I'm really curious about how people achieve what they achieve. So and it's never been done before. So that's why I want to have dinner with Mansa Musa.
All right, how about you, Xaye?
This is such a great question, and I never actually thought about it. Who would? Oh my gosh! So if I had to meet anyone, I would want to meet an ancestor, but I don't really know who. But because I would say probably the woman who started where I come from. I would. That's who I would want to meet. I would want to meet I want to know who, to learn more about myself and what was the vision and what happened and how did I create it, because ancestral DNA, and so I'm still a part of that. So I just want to meet the mother of where I come from.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. All right, now next question. What's a hidden talent or hobby you both have that not many people know about?
I can sing. I love karaoke, honey. I love it. And so, yeah.
You can sing. You know my next question later. All right.
Sorry, no, that one got me. I can't lie. Okay. Wow.
Haters gonna hate.
So mine would be. I mean, I think people know this already, but not everyone. Is I have a natural gift for writing poetry. That's one of my hidden gifts. Another hidden gift is I would say. I would say maybe my intuition. I don't know, because sometimes I know things and I don't know where it came from.
That's true.
So yeah, that's I think that's the gift that I don't often speak about. Where sometimes I just know things, or I'll say something and then next thing you know I'll see it happening somewhere else.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Yeah.
Not all people are actually aware of that gift that they have.
Yeah.
Okay, Say Faith, my next question, right? Can you drop us a line or two?
I ain't got my microphone. I need your microphone.
Microphone here.
Oh, there.
What do you want to hear? Do you want some
Up
opera?
to you. Just a line or two. It's up to you. All right, here we go. Let's play some clapping first.
So this is very special because the only time I normally would perform for people is whenever I have an actual mic and I'm prepared for karaoke. But we're gonna just she said just do a little tune. Opera is probably my favorite genre. And so I'm gonna hit y'all with the that's all y'all got.
Okay. All right. Thank you. You're so game.
Yes. Thank you.
All right. Now, next question. If you have to describe each other using only 3 words, what would they be?
You go first.
So I mean, with Xaye, I like to call her a walking, talking heart chakra because everywhere she goes, literally, she just not only leads herself with her heart, but like she wears her heart on her whole body. So it's like you can't what you get is what you get with Xaye. And she's very vibrant, very caring, very passionate, and very loving as well. So
that's so many words.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, I could go on for a while, but I'll stop there.
All right. How about you?
My words for Devann, he's definitely genuine. He's integral, noble, and loving, and very supportive and caring.
I can see that.
Yeah.
All right. Now, what's one thing in your bucket list that you both hope to achieve together?
So we got some places to
Where
travel.
does Ritzel getting all these questions? Yeah.
Yeah, where's she getting all these questions? Got me over here auditioning. I'm just kidding. Honestly, I think one of our greatest achievements together would be creating $1 billion company. That's
nice.
what I'm excited about. Yeah.
And having that private island as well.
Oh yeah.
That's nice. You're gonna go ahead.
Like really, our vision for our life is to like really fully experience life. You know what I'm saying? And be impactful and you know, do everything like you were saying from an abundant mindset and but living it out, like mastering life, living fully.
Yeah.
I think that'd be cool to experience.
That's the same thing with you, Devann.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. Like so let me give you a bit of backstory. So when we actually got into a relationship, we actually built a foundation already in terms of what we want, and so what we wanted was the same thing. So that's how we were able to be strong not only in like life and business, because not everyone could do business and life together.
Yeah.
So but we was able to because you share the same value, same vision and stuff. So everything she's saying is. I'm not just agreeing with her. Like that's genuinely what I want as well.
That's great. That's great. On and off business, you're together. You believe in one thing. All right, that's good. That's great. Now, last question.
It's a learning curve. I don't want it to think like everything's all perfect and pretty.
Oh yeah.
We do a lot of personal development. Yes. Okay. Yes. I just want to be honest about that.
True.
Everything
is all right. You are in the right show. Okay, now one more serious note. On a serious note, okay, on a more serious note, if you could give one piece of advice to your younger selves, what would it be?
You want to go first?
You can go.
You want to marinate on that?
Yeah.
Okay, so for me, this is simple. Don't remove all doubt of yourself, of what you're capable of, and really go for it. Really like strive for excellence. Really go the extra mile and push yourself. If you know something and no one else around you knows this, like really find out what that is, you know, and don't have any doubts about it. Just be open to the possibility.
Mm-hmm. I would tell little Xaye that there is no right answer. Just trust whatever is happening at the time. Trust myself in whatever's happening at the time. And it's not that hard and it's not even that serious. So don't waste time on analyzing on why it didn't work or how could I fix it. Like some things just are, but really just trust myself and be all of myself in every single moment and don't hold back because most of that stuff was temporary anyway. So.
All right, those were fantastic. So big thank you to Seyfate and Devann for being game to answer the lightning round questions and for sharing those insights into your personal and experiences. We truly appreciate that. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right, now, how's that? All right.
I love this.
Thank you. Now, Bam Bam, stick around. All right, we're about to dive into the heart of today's topic. Unlock success now. Prioritize your path to thriving business growth. So stay tuned for the Learn from the Expert segment. Here we go. All right, welcome back, amazing Bam Bams, to Talking Business with Ritz. We are deep into our conversation with the incredible accountability consultants, Seyfate and Devann Edwards. Now it's time to learn from the expert themselves. So Seyfate and Devann, let's delve into the specifics, starting with our first subtopic. Let me just, flash it on the screen. Here we go. And then here it comes. Now, in the world of endless tasks, how do you prioritize and manage your time effectively to ensure peak productivity? Who would
I
like to
want to
answer?
first start off. Yeah, I want to first start off by saying we're all very unique, and even with Devann and I working so closely together, we have different times of the day. We have different styles on how we work and when we work. So to be most efficient, you get to just take a moment, pause, to be honest and authentic with yourself. What is your peak time? When are you most awake and more the most creative and most alive in your day, and you just really get to bring awareness to where you are and who you are in this moment, and then just grow from there. And then over time, as you build that muscle, you get to maximize your efficiency. But it all starts to where you are today. You can't say, if you haven't worked out in 80 years, you can't say, well, tomorrow I'm doing a marathon. No, okay, well, let me just go for a walk first, right? And it's just really trusting that and building that muscle. So
Yeah, and I'll get a little bit scientific, but like in terms of where the world we live in, the universe we live in, we're living in like a quantum world, a quantum universe. And so within that quantum universe, we have time, right? And time is a structural experience. So in order to actually have maximum efficiency and productivity, we have to know what experience do we want, and how do we structure ourselves? How do we prioritize ourselves around that experience that we want? And so for example, you have people structuring people's experience for them. So it's like, okay, you have a job that's 9 to 5. Someone structured you in for that time. So you have your experience is surrounded around that time, that the time frame. But let's say in terms of entrepreneurship, in terms of how, if you really truly want to lead your life, you have to put those structures in for yourself. You have to put those structures in for yourself. And when the best way to structure that is have a schedule, is to really plan, okay, and really prioritize, okay, what's important to me? Like what's my goals? What's my desires? What's my outcomes? And then really mapping out, like just putting everything on a list as well. Just like get everything out of your mind, because there's oftentimes a lot of things on our mind that we want to do. We have all these aspirations, and we don't want to lose focus on that. And we don't want to focus on too many things as well. So we get to put that on paper and then really categorize, okay, what can I do? What's that thing that only I can do? And then what's that thing that, oh, I know it's important, but I don't have to do it now. I can do this later. And then what's something that someone else can do?
Right.
Because Ritzel Ritzel's good with the tech.
Oh my God.
She's on
this production, girl. We love
That's not my job. You know?
It's amazing.
I'm going to own it. I'm going to say thank you.
Top tier.
Exactly. What she did. What she did.
All right. Let's continue. Okay. So as a busy mom, time blocking helps me a lot in prioritizing, tasks, both family, work, and of course, business. Now, in terms of time management, right? It often involves handling unexpected challenges, right? Now, can you share a specific instance, all right, where you successfully navigated unforeseen obstacles while maintaining efficiency?
Oh, that's my whole life.
Yeah. I mean, that's a great point. Like currently, well, you can tell your story.
Yeah.
You can go.
So for me, what's interesting is in terms of how I operate in my life. So Xaye and I in a long distance relationship. She's here for the holidays, but on a typical day, she's in America. I'm here.
Yeah.
On a typical day, so I'm operating in 2 different time zones. And so now I get to manage my activities around EST and BST.
And PST.
And PST, because again we have clients like that's in different time zones as well. So when it comes to me, I have to understand, okay, what works for me, what doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
Because forget about like the time for now. It's like, oh, how can I manage myself within these time that I've allowed myself to be a part of. And so with that comes the habits. It comes, okay, what behaviors are going to be moving me forward, and what patterns do I often slip in when I'm not behaving or adopting this habit. And so, because sometimes I might find myself, distracted. I was like, oh yeah, I did this task. Let me just go chill, or like, go on the internet, do some research or read a book, because I like to just research and stuff. But I was like, no, I don't need. It's not time to research, Devann. It's like sometimes I gotta give myself those prompts. And so, what really is key is having a template on what works for you and what doesn't work for you, and really identifying those obstacles, identifying those motivations that you have for yourself. Because once you identify that and you raise that awareness around it, you're able to tackle it much faster than you would if you was unaware of it. So that's in a nutshell. That's how I would.
All right.
I think for me it would be, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm still kind of in it, but like learning to release without control. You know what I mean? It's like I'm trying to control. So, and something that is very recent, embracing the fact that less is more. So focusing on one priority and being and as long as I complete that priority, empowering myself that, okay, that was a successful day, because I used to have a list of 3 things that like I have to hit all 3 priorities, but then I was working on all 3 priorities for weeks to months, right? Versus like, hey, I'm doing this priority, okay, it would have been nice to do priority 2 and some of priority 3, but I finished priority 1. So really releasing, trying to do everything, focusing on one thing, completing an action task within that one thing, and allowing myself to feel successful, because that, that I made progress, right? Counting the progress. And also again, just releasing that, okay, I structured my day like this, but of course it didn't go that way. And that's it. Like, but not have it go in my head like, oh, but you didn't do this the other day. And, you mess with your confidence that way. So just learning like, okay, this day was not scheduled. It didn't go the way I scheduled, but I did the best that I can. Now we're in a new moment. Let's go, and don't play into all that head noise.
Yeah, we have to give banana to the whoever is talking behind.
Yes, you know about
exactly. You
the
got
banana.
feed them.
Feed
Yeah.
that
Let's
banana.
feed that banana. Okay. Shut up, eat this.
Yes,
Exactly.
yes.
All right. All right. Now I can relate to setting realistic deadlines and breaking tasks into smaller, manageable steps to help
Yep.
me manage my time. So it's like what you said, Sefe, one project at a time or one priority at a time. And then that one priority, I'm going to list down all steps that I
Yeah.
Mhm.
used to do, right?
Yeah.
And from those steps, I'm going to pick out three only. Once
Yeah.
that's finished,
Yes.
I'm gonna add more until the time is done. So I think I'm in a good place, and what you're saying, yes, yes, I'm doing it. All right, so I'm
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah, congrats. Like it's not a common thing. And
True.
when you're able to do it, it's really it's kind of liberating.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
And I get that from you as well. I get that from you. I know that you're doing those. I know you're doing the thing. So it's very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing a lot of stuff. I'm the mommy of the house. I'm
Mhm.
I'm doing office work. I'm doing my business for my clients. I'm doing a show.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay, now let's move on. All right, say many struggle with procrastination, right?
Yes.
Me myself, sometimes I often get trapped into, analysis paralysis and procrastination, right? What
Mhm.
strategies do you both use to overcome this procrastination and ensure tasks are completed on time?
Mhm. Number one, like knowing that being human being, like we do human stuff. So like knowing like, okay, it's very easy to get distracted. It's very easy to do this comfortable thing that is not really in alignment with my goal. It's very easy to procrastinate. So really
Yeah.
setting up external reminders, external accountability that is going to keep us focused. Like for instance, got to put on time limits on my social media apps because them reels will get you. So, after 60 seconds, I get an alarm and then, it pops up on your phone. And then I'm like, okay, I actually got 15 minutes. But then after a while, like it keeps like hitting me in my face. So I'm like, I don't even enjoy it anymore. But having those external accountability factors available
Mhm.
as I'm building my internal factor to where, I don't even get distracted by that anymore.
Yeah, and also another thing, I would say checking in with yourself, not just on a daily basis, but like nightly basis and morning basis. After every, that's a bit of a stretch, but I mean we can get to that point where we are checking in with ourselves after every task or every activity or every event we've attended to, because then now we
Yeah.
bring ourselves back to ourselves and create a sense of presence. So for me, what I've been doing this for years is like I put like pictures around my environment as mental cues, because I mean when in school I did study sports psychology within university as well. We did sports psychology, and what we learned when we was helping football players actually improve their performance was then they had mental
Yeah.
cues. So then when they see an opponent or whenever they see something, they know immediately what they have to do. But it's something that has to be trained on. It's a habit that has to be developed. So that's something that I took from that my sports life. I took that and I applied it to just my life in general, even around business entrepreneurship, and it's helped me a lot because I will see a thing and I know immediately. I'm like, this. No, I'm not. I can't do this right now.
Yeah.
But this, yes, I can. And
All
so
right.
it's really so helpful.
All right. This is saying something.
No, I thought he was gonna say. I thought he was gonna say something. So
All right, all right, all right. Now, what I'm trying to say, I'm going to try to say is that I'm going to apply what you just said. Okay, I'm going to apply that to my son.
Yeah, it
I
works
have
well with
a
kids. It works well with kids.
I have an 18-year-old right now, so yeah, you know,
Yeah.
the generation gap is totally, it's totally true. It's true. I thought it's just in movies,
Yeah. Exactly.
All right. That was a brilliant advice. Okay, now, all right, Pambam. Just a reminder: drop your questions for Safe Fate and Devann in the live chat. Take this opportunity to actually ask your questions. All right, now we're moving to the topic number 2, which is here we go: accountability strategies. All right, fulfilling commitments and achieving goals. So, how do you establish clear goals and commitments? And what accountability strategies do you employ to ensure they are met?
Firstly, I would say being very clear on what the goal is and what the vision is. So, number one, we do exercise, and we call it the think dump. But everything that's in your mind, you just write it down, right? And then we have a method of where we take our clients through to actually get deep on this. But as you look at your priorities, you begin to realize this is urgent, this is important. I mean, I used to think this was important, but it's not aligned with me anymore. Why is this on my list? Somebody else can do this, or it was already done, but I just had an energy around it, but this is absolutely. So you begin to see the goals and everything that's in your mind. And then after that, you choose and you focus on what are the 3 most urgent and important priorities now. And then those are that's what you focus on. And then when you have that visible, a lot of us are visual, and when you see it and you realize, oh, it's actually not that much. I just had these minor distracting tasks, but they were just really loud because I wasn't intimate with it, and I didn't, close the loop on it mentally. That's why I was, overwhelmed or distracted. But whenever I'm looking at it and I see, oh, this is all I have to do, or this is all that's left. Oh, that's almost done. You start to feel less overwhelmed. And so after you decide what your 3 priorities are, or your top priorities are, you create an action plan in order to follow through on those commitments. And again, you're focusing on one priority at a time, one action step on a time. So you're actually making more progress faster.
Yeah, and another thing as well, when of course we're committing to a thing, we're not just making a decision. We're saying I am committed to this, and again, as you mentioned, Ritzel, like you have deadlines and stuff. Like it's great to create deadlines, but because a deadline without it has to have a goal. Like the goal has to have a deadline, otherwise it's just not gonna be fruitful. But also, there's 3 things in terms of strategizing your thoughts around your commitments, and again, it's really how leveraging your internal motivations, leveraging the resources you have, and even leveraging the obstacles that's maybe in your way, or the things that's going to be helping. Like ask yourself, what's holding you back, but also what's helping you forward. And so now when you have these things that are helping you forward, it's like you got like an army behind you now. You're like you're ready to take on the world. Like one of the things of the motivations or the resource that might be available to you is music. For example, music might actually help you become more, be more motivated, or get yourself in the zone to actually do the task. For some, it might be peace and quiet. That might actually be a motivating factor for you.
Yeah.
So it's like if there's no noise, you're like, oh wow, I can do stuff. I'm alive, and it's and also when you have resources in terms of like, okay, who do I have, or what tools do I have to do my marketing for me, or who do I have that can send my emails for me, or who do I have that can set up my automation, or who do I have that can help me think through this big idea.
I think I'm gonna raise my hand on all those who.
Yes, delegation is my that's what I should have asked. That's what I should have said. But yeah, delegation is my specialty. It's a gift that love it.
All right, that was really insightful. Now, in your experience, tell me, how do you ensure accountability remains a positive and motivating force rather than something that feels punitive? You know, if you list down all that you need to do, right? So it's like you're looking at a very full list. Like, how am I going to finish all this? Right? That's
right.
the feeling. Yeah.
Like we were saying, we have a actual method that we actually walk through people. But first and foremost, you know, we love to also remind people accountability, discipline, structure, those words, they tend to have a negative energy. Like, I don't, and I'm that person, like, you know, responsibility, it just feels so heavy and it feels like so restrictive sometimes. But, you know, when you really are driven to achieve your vision for your life and the targets, you know, and to fulfill, you know, that thing that we really want to accomplish, you're like, oh, you tend to enroll yourself and say, okay, I'm actually already disciplined. I'm probably disciplined for the things that are keeping me where I am and keeping me mediocre or keeping me stressed, but I'm already disciplined. So why not be disciplined in a more productive way that's going to get me to where I'm going? I'm already accountable, right? But I'm accountable to the results that I have now. So how can I create accountability strategies that are going to actually be more in alignment with my vision? So whenever you really, again, be more intimate and work with yourself and realize, like, I'm already disciplined. I'm already accountable. I'm already being responsible to my unhappiness, my current state. So really, and personal development and enrolling ourselves that, you know, either I'm going to stay here and I'm going to do it this hard way that has not been working, but I've been so resisting and fighting it, or I get to release and, you know, and let go and open myself up and choose to have a healthy relationship with these words that, you know, I don't understand, or words that feel like I'm changing myself for it. It's like, no, like, you're already disciplined, you're already accountable, you're already responsible, and you're unhappy. So how can you use these words to better to better align with your life and your purpose?
Yeah, and it also ties in with about cultivating better energy. So whenever we have a goal that's a vision, it has to be impactful and worthwhile. So you have to. So there's two sides to the coin. Is this worth it? Based on like where I see this going, based on what I want to achieve, is this worth it?
Mm-hmm.
And if the answer is yes, then by default you are worth it. You are worthy of the actions that you're going to be taking. That's going to be taking place moving forward. But again, oftentimes we separate the two. It's not separate. It doesn't have. It's not separate. So we have to really evaluate. Okay, do we believe that this is what we want? Do we actually feel we're worthy of actually attaining it? And we've both experienced having the self-worth issues, and it really took for us to review ourselves and really ask ourselves, okay, why are we thinking this way? Like, what's really holding us back? And really kind of just really separate, bring apart so we can bring it back together. So it's like breaking down, okay, what are these little things that's really pushing down my self-worth and the worth of my pursuit as well. So and then once we separate those things, now we bring them back, and then we strengthen it because we're discarding what's not useful and we're bringing together what is useful.
Yeah. All right. Now, that is tremendous insights. And now we are transitioning to, for the interest of time, we're transitioning to topic number 3. All right. Now, in the ever-evolving business landscape, right, how do you identify the aspects that need the most clarity and focus to drive optimal success?
You can go.
Yeah, I like that. So, when achieving clarity, you have sometimes you have to understand. So if let's put it this way: when you're on the path to creating clarity or achieving clarity, you have to know where you came from. You came from a place from being stuck. You came from a place of being stagnant, and so now it's like, okay, why am I stagnant? Why am I stuck? And the only thing is because you're not doing the activities that not only you want to do, but that you're not doing activities that's actually progressive. And so if you're not taking a step forward, you're just taking a step in one place, and you're gonna stay in one place until you you move to the next step. So oftentimes, to achieve clarity is stop focusing on everything at once, but focus on that one thing that will allow you to move to that next step, and then you can focus on that next step afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
So achieving that is really optimizing yourself in relation to the actions you're taking. So again, you got to do the highest priority action first, or just or even not as, and if that doesn't work for you, do the action that's gonna actually just move you. Like, what can you do now that's gonna actually get the ball rolling?
Mm-hmm.
It could be it could even be, it doesn't have to be work related. It could be, I'm gonna go do some push-ups. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go outside and do some breath work for 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna sing karaoke. Who knows? But it's something that has to move you. It's something that has to really build that mental momentum for you to actually now you've freed up your mind, and you gave yourself bandwidth to actually create intentional actions. So that's how you really have a focus, a forward focus towards what you want.
Yeah, and I'll keep it short. I would say, before even doing all that, just being super aware of where you are, like being honest with who you are in this moment and where you are and what's happening. So the step number 1 would be literally just write down everything that's in your mind, and you can see what you get to focus on, and then create an action plan from there. But number 1, just being honest, and because sometimes our emotions in our mind create a big deal that's not even real. So being honest, like, oh, is it really that bad? Is that really happening? Is it, am I, why am I creating this overwhelming stress? But just seeing, all that stuff that's in your mind, write it down and then work through it.
Yeah. All right. Now, building on achieving clarity, right? How do you, this is for like, we're talking to people or entrepreneurs who has teams, okay, who has people behind them doing their business, all right? How do you communicate and align your team to ensure that everyone is on board with the, with this, your what you want to do?
I mean, if I'm honest, so when we started to get team, we learned that there is a difference in who you're hiring. And at the time when we first started hiring team, we didn't have the professional development to lead people who weren't already experienced. Right. So we thought we were getting a good deal because we were hiring our, a VA at this rate. And it actually held us back. So I would say the biggest thing in order to, lead your team and hire your team is we pay more for our team now. We like that's in short, like we honestly pay more, but it actually, it's actually it takes care of itself, because instead of us having to come back and correct you, or we're learning your job in order to teach you your job, it's like, no, we're outsourcing you, so I don't have to do your job. Like I get to focus and do interviews and be creative and figure out what's next for our clients. Like that's what I get to spend my energy and my time on if I am paying you. But so we really had to go through like, and also being honest with ourselves. Like for me to even admit, like we were in a space where our life where we didn't have the bandwidth to slow down to learn tech to teach you your job so you can do it for our business. Like we wanted a team who already were familiar with our platform, who knew how to do their job, who knew how to be creative and think for themselves, and not need an answer for every single thing. Like just do it, And so being number one, knowing your level of leadership, like, our leadership is, I hope, a little bit better now, but knowing your level of leadership, but also just being willing to pay for the quality of team and business that you want, because it's not about what I can afford. It's like, what's the vision of this project? What's the vision of this company? And, it's a no-brainer. It's less stressful.
Yeah, and also it's like, okay, asking yourself, what do you stand for?
Yeah,
so we again, if you stand for, like, we stand for excellence, we stand for abundance mindsets, we stand for things being done in a way that's progressive, things being loops being closed. That's what we stand for. We stand for really getting a message that's curated towards who we're talking to. And also when it comes to hiring, everyone has an agenda, so we have to say, okay, so why are you here? Like, what's your agenda? What do you stand for?
Yeah.
And again, now it's bridging that gap of, okay, is this aligned?
Yeah.
Because nothing can be consistent if it's not aligned.
Correct.
A goal cannot, it can't be consistent if it's not aligned. So if you're going through let's say employees or partners that they're doing something that's out of what was established within the partnership or within the culture of the organization, you got a question is like, okay, so why are you doing this? Like, this is not helping us forward.
Right.
It's like you have to start with why, just like what Simon Sinek said. You really got to start with why. Like, why is this happening? Why are you not standing for what you said you stand for? Why are you not aligned? And then address it. And that's what accountability is about. Accountability is about addressing that so that you can really correct. Because it's all about continuous improvement.
Yeah, that is so true. That is a very, very practical advice. So yeah, that is the last question for this for this segment. So right, wow, time flies. Now, what an incredible conversation we've had with 𝐓𝐵 here and Devann. Thank you, 𝐓𝐵 and Devann, for sharing invaluable insights about time management, accountability, and achieving focus and clarity. So yeah, let's ready for the next segment. All right, now let's break down the golden nugget first right now, right? So first is we tweaking how we spend our time can supercharge our productivity. So little shifts, big wins, right? Meeting goals is easier with accountability tricks, like what 𝐓𝐵 and Devann had mentioned earlier. So setting clear goals and sticking to them, committing to them. Simple. This is very simple, but game changing in our business. The third one for clarity is success loves clarity, right? Having a clear vision and plan is like having a compass in a store. It's small, but it's very essential.
Yes.
So yeah, so those are the takeaways. Those are the takeaways that we have today, or I have today, right? They're like, these takeaways are like business vitamins for us. It's time to sprinkle them in our own journey, for those who are watching right now, and see the magic happen. All right, now Yeah, go ahead.
I was saying get your 5 a day. Yeah.
All right. Okay, Fam Bam, stick around, everyone. We're heading into our final segment where Faith and Devann will share how you can take this inspiration and turn them into action. It's time to explore how you can work directly with these amazing experts to level up your game. So stay tuned with the work with the expert as we uncover the doors they're opening for you. All right, welcome back, fantastic fanbams. Now it's time to explore how our audience can benefit from your expertise. Say Faith and Devann, could you share the ways our viewers can work with with both of you, and what are the offerings you have for them?
Yeah. So what your audience can do is we want to gift you our one pager. It's our Prioritize and Thrive worksheet. It's a free download that you can take for yourself and start beginning to apply many of the things that we mentioned on this interview. And what it's gonna move you from creating a less stressful life and less stressful outcome for yourself. It's gonna allow you to take yourself out of survival mode and start beginning, okay, those habits, those behaviors, those patterns towards actually thriving. And so we wanna share this free gift, and you can go to I'll put the link in the chat as well. It's gonna be a Total Freedom Event / Talking Business with Ritz.
Oh, you created
And
that.
so,
Okay.
That's she put the website out, but we'll give yeah, it's specifically for your audience.
All right. Just
we'll
just provide.
We'll get it to you, but yeah, so
yes,
yeah, we got you. Yeah.
All right, now, so this is the link where they can contact you as well, or they can learn more about. All right.
Yes, if they want to learn more as well.
We're bringing up the link for you right now. Which one is it?
All right. Pass it on so we can have it run through the ticker.
Oh, there we go.
Yes, there we go. Okay. Bam.
There you go.
All right, let me get that. There we go.
And then we're always available on social media. I'm Xaye Faith. He's Devann Edwards, or the company Total Freedom Events, and that's on YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. So we're everywhere, and if you want to email us personally, you can do. I know there are a lot of email changes happening right now. So I would just say directly at our Gmail, Total Freedom Events at gmail.com. That is Total Freedom Events at gmail.com. Total Freedom Events at gmail.com. And it'll be someone from our team. Yep.
All right. What a very streamlined accounts you have. All right. Yeah. That's very nice. All right. Where were we? Okay, now those are exciting opportunities, Say Faith and Devann, right? And with that, a heartfelt thank you to our incredible guests, Say Faith. Let me just remove this. All right, and let's leave the ticker on. So a heartfelt thank you to both of you for being incredible guests today. I had fun. All right. Your insights on time management.
Honestly, top three interviews we've done. This was so much fun, and it was so many surprises. Thank you so much.
You were happy. Okay.
You are an amazing host. Seriously.
Thank you very much. This is this is the reason what I do. What I do, I do what I do, right? All right.
It's
Now,
fun.
your insights on time management, accountability, and achieving clarity have been really invaluable. So again, many thanks to both of you for making this episode a fantastic one, right? And we hope to have you again in the future episodes of Talking Business with Ritz.
Yes, thank you, Ritz.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, don't go away, the both of you. Ladies and gentlemen, say Faith and Devann Edwards.
Really good to have you come
All right, to our viewers and listeners, remember the key to success is accountability, and Say Faith and Devann are here to guide you on your journey. If you're ready to take the next step, explore the opportunities they've shared, check out their website at the bottom, right? It's running at the bottom, and connect with them on their socials. As we wrap up today's episode, I want to express my gratitude to everyone who tuned in. Your engagement, your questions, and your enthusiasm make Talking Business with Ritz a vibrant community. Connect with me if you don't want to, show your account online or whatever. Connect with me so that if you have questions, and I can forward the questions to our guests. All right, now remember that your success is our mission, and we are here to support you every step of the way. All my guests, we all share core values, the same core values to help entrepreneurs like you all. All right, now until then, remember your journey matters, your story matters, right? This is Ritzel Loretta Rectra. Say Faith and Devann Edwards signing off for today. Stay safe and healthy. Let's continue talking business with Ritz. Bye, everybody.
on.
Yes.
Yes.
Take care.